Good morning, Stacy Glasgow with your daily devotional. Today's devotional comes from Melanie Schenkel's Everyday Holy, and it is titled Velveteen Mom. And the scripture is Romans 8:26. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know that we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. Romans 8:26. Now that I'm more than a decade down the motherhood road, I've realized that being a good mom doesn't mean being a perfect mom. I'm going to repeat that again. Now that I'm more than a decade down the motherhood road, I've realized that being a good mom doesn't mean being a perfect mom. A perfect mom puts sand in a plastic box so her toddler can have a meaningful sensory experience and doesn't care about the mess. A perfect mom plays board games for hours on end and makes hot cocoa bars with candy cane stir sticks and makes sure the milk is organic and the chicken nuggets are made only from chickens allowed to roam free in sunlit barns. She never loses her patience, never checks her text while child is around, and is the president of the Parent-Teacher Association while managing a Fortune 500 company before returning home to prepare a delicious, nutritious dinner. In short, the perfect mom doesn't exist. And if she did, we'd all hate her. The perfect mom is a unicorn, a mythical at best. But a good mom is the Velveteen rabbit, a little worn from use. And while I'm not confident in a lot of areas, I'm confident that I'm a good mom, because what ultimately makes a good mom showing up. I've held back hair as she's thrown up all over the toilet, and I regret to say all over me. I've wiped her bottom and her feverish forehead. I've stayed in the school parking lot long after she's walked through the school doors, praying and hoping that today would be better. I've sat in the rain, in the cold, and in the heat that rivals the surface of the sun to watch her play soccer. I've cried when she's overwhelmed by joy, and I've cried when disappointments have her down. I've yelled too much, lost my patience, and seen how many mornings I can get by with frosted flakes for breakfast. I've driven more carpools than I can count, attended Taylor Swift concerts, and spent many weekend nights with a house full of tween girls with high-pitched squeals who think cleaning up after themselves means putting half-empty soda cans under the bed. I've looked at my phone too often, set the clock ahead an hour so I could tell her it was time for bed, and pretended to have an upset stomach just so I could have a few minutes of alone time in the bathroom. But I have no doubt that she knows how deeply my love for her is. I have faithfully shown up for the job for the last 14 years. It hasn't been perfect, it hasn't always been pretty, and nobody is likely to turn our story into an award-winning movie. Being a good mom doesn't really make the highlights reel because there is very little glamour in packing another peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. It's just about being faithful with what has been entrusted to you for such a short time. I could sob just thinking about it. It's loving hard, laughing loud, crying when you are at your breaking point, hugging them tight, and having a good bakery on speed dial because there isn't any way you will be able to make a birthday cake like the ones of the mythical unicorn moms post on Pinterest. And when I don't know what to do or how to handle a situation, which is quite often, I get on my knees and I pray for wisdom, knowing even when I don't know what to pray or what to ask for, the Spirit knows and is willing and always interceding for me and for Caroline. Motherhood is messy, loud, beautiful, mundane, exhilarating, and gut-wrenching all at the same time. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Have a great day.